Namaste. My name is Ambika. Here I am again at Rivers Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Studio in Lawrence, Kansas, bringing you yoga for strengthening. So a more vigorous practice if you just have about 25 minutes and you want to get the flow going, get a little strength and heat. This is great for you. So let's begin. We'll start at the top of the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Find your Tadasana. Extend arms, turn the palms forward, hugging shins in. Reach the tailbone down, get the low ribs in. Little bit forward with the shoulders, but staying broad. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up, looking up through the thumbs. Exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Inhale, press the palms, look up through thumbs. Exhale, swan dive forward. You can open up the feet hip distance if you need a little bit more space for your hamstrings. If this is your first forward fold of the day, be kind. And then bend your knees to draw your hands up above them. Come to a halfway up position with the knees bent. Standing cat-cow on your exhale, round the back. Keep the shoulders soft. Inhale, arch the back. And follow your breath back and forth. Using this time to connect the breath with the movement. Let the exhale to begin before you start the cat pose. Inhale and then the cow pose. Exhale, bow forward, take that length with you. Bring big toes to touch. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, we'll go right back down. Exhale. Inhale, find that halfway up position. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step back to plank pose. Top of the push-up. Hands are shoulder distance. Spread the fingers wide. Set the shoulder blades together on the spine. Keep the tailbone down towards the heels. On your exhale, lower to the ground, shifting forward through your chaturanga. Coming into Sphinx Pose. So in Sphinx Pose, the arms are forearms distance apart. Right, the elbows can be further forward, but they're not going to be behind your shoulders, yes? So right underneath is appropriate if that's okay for your back. You're going to soften the shoulder blades together. Pull the navel back, but let the heart melt through. Take the chin back just a little. Take an inhale into the lungs. Exhale. Low ribs come in. Coming to a forearm plank. So watch this. It's easy to get into, and it's not going to be good for your back because your core is not turned on. Tailbone down towards heels. Quads are strong. Shoulder blades melting together. Breathe deeply. This will end. That's the beauty of it. Keep pulling the belly back. Tailbone down towards the heels. Take 3 more full breaths. Good. Lowering knees down. Untuck your toes. Pull the heart through. Breathing in. Exhale and bow. Take your hands back so that the wrists are underneath the elbows. Tuck your toes, firm your quads. Reach tailbone down towards heels. On an inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can always go through hands and knees. Hands are a shoulder distance apart or wider. Feet are hip distance apart. Look at them. Make them pinky edges parallel to the long sides of the mat. Soften those shoulders. Next inhale, come again, forward to plank pose, top of the push-up. Exhale to the ground. Sphinx pose, coming in again. Root all 10 toenails in, especially the pinkies. And you don't want the glutes to be overfiring. Get the heart open. Breathe in. Exhale, forearm plank. So again, tailbone down towards the heels. Get the belly really involved in the situation so your back's not doing all the work by itself. Then take heels over to the right side. Lift your hips up more. See, it's working because I'm shaking. And then through the center, heels to the left side. Pick your hips up a little bit more. Get those obliques in. To the center. 5 more deep breaths. In 1. 2. 3. 4. Last inhale. Exhale, lower knees down, untuck toes. Pull the heart through. Inhale. Exhale and bow. Interlace your hands behind your back. Shalabhasana, squeeze shoulder blades together first. Lifting up. Breathe deeply into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, release again. Hands back to mid-bicep. Maybe it's through hands and knees or plank. Breathe in. Down dog. Using the strength of the core that you just found in your plank pose. And bring your big toes to touch. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to your hands. And come halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Sun salutation A. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Breathing in, you'll find your chaturanga. Knees can come down if you like. Halfway down position. Lower to the ground. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale and bow. Another cobra pose, or if you're ready for up dog, take the hands back. Lift up off the ground. So just the tops of the feet and the palms of the hands. Pull the shoulders back, heart forward, inhale. Exhale, down dog. 5 deep breaths. Big toes touch. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop. Come halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, so you can step or maybe float back to your plank pose. Lowering halfway down to upward facing dog. Or lower to the ground for cobra pose. Make your way back to down dog. Please know you can take a rest in child's pose whenever you'd like. Big toes touch, bend knees, look forward, step or hop. Lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Again, exhale. Inhale, come halfway up, find that long spine. Plant the hands. You can also float to chaturanga, bending the elbows. Up, down. Big toes touch, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Last 2 rounds, we will hold in down dog for just 1 breath. So exhale, bow forward. Keep the breath long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back. Move through your vinyasa. Exhaling back to down dog. Take a full breath cycle here. In, out, big toes touch, bend knees, look forward, hop, halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Uno mas. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, vinyasa. Big toes touch, bend your knees, look forward, hop to your hands. Halfway up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Hands to heart. Close your eyes. Slow your breath. And open your eyes gently. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the hips down, extend the arms up, pull the low ribs in, right? So it's very easy to overarch here, lose all this strength. So get those low ribs in, reach the tailbone down. On your inhale, stand. Press into palms, lift up and back by pressing the pelvis forward. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Move through a vinyasa or step back to down dog. So if you're feeling like you need a little less, or bring the knees down and move through a vinyasa with the knees down. Make this appropriate for you today. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg floats up for a three-legged dog. Not letting this fling out, keeping it controlled. Exhale, hug the thigh in, step inside your right hand. Back foot comes down for warrior one, so it's about a 45-degree angle back there. Reaching through that back heel as you come up. Super strong, so straighten that left leg. Kind of will make you turn your hip out. I want you to keep that leg straight, but roll your hip forward. It's a lot of glute work for that left leg. It's good. Keeps you strong. Get those low ribs in. Maybe join the palms, but keep the shoulders moving down the back. 3 more deep breaths. On your exhale, bring the hands down to either side of your front foot. Step back to plank, big toes touch. Lift your left hand up for side plank. So rolling to the pinky edge of the right foot. You can also stagger the feet, gives you a little more balance. Or if you need the top leg to come over to support, make sure you're lifting up out of that right hand. And then left hand's gonna come down to the forearm. You're gonna roll to the other side, lifting the right arm up. And then bringing the other forearm down. Now we're in that forearm plank. I'm gonna walk the feet towards the face to come into dolphin pose. So press the elbows down into the ground, but let your shoulders soften. When it's really upper traps, it's not actually just the shoulder joint. And then maybe press into palms and straighten both arms at the same time. Might need to widen. Adjust your dog. We'll come back onto the middle of my mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg floats up. Belly's pulling back, tailbone down towards that left heel. On your exhale, hug the thigh in. Stepping, back heel down. Press through that right leg as you come up. So right leg is straight and rolling forward. I want to go shorter. So the left knee's not going to go past the left ankle. So you have to adjust as you find more space in your right hip. You can join the palms. One more full breath. Exhale, framing that left foot. Stepping back to plank, big toes touch. Other side, right hand lifts up. Pink edge of left foot. Wrapping that left shoulder down the back. Coming to right forearm. left forearm comes down. And then dolphin pose. Press down through your palms, especially the pointer and the thumb. Press your shoulder blades together and then through to get your heart towards your shins. See that connection? Back body to front body to shins. And again, press into hands, come up. And now let's come to child's pose. Take your arms along the side of your body, let your shoulders rest. All right, moving into chair pose. Bend the knees, coming back where we left it. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale here. We're going to go left elbow outside the right knee. So I'm leaving you for a moment. Hook it in, and then keep pulling that left shoulder blade and right shoulder blade onto the spine. And just watch the balance between the feet. Take one more full breath cycle in and out. Inhale, come to the center. Keep hands at heart. Other way. Right elbow outside left knee. Hook it in. Laying back into the shoulders, pulling them down towards the hips. One more full breath. Inhale, center, extend the arms. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, move through a vinyasa, or again, skip it if you'd like. Modify it. Big toes touch. Inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, stepping to warrior one. Move in where you left off. Back heel down. Push through that heel. Inhale to the top. Exhale to warrior two. Turn to your left. Adjusting feet. So lots of times you're going to need a longer stance. Right foot intersects left instep. Arms are parallel. You're checking out that right knee is tracking over the second toe. Good. Soften the shoulders. Soften the place between the eyebrows. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the shoulders soft. Breathe in. Exhale, windmill, hands down. Either side of your front foot. Pop the back heel. Knee comes down. We're twisting again. Right hand to right knee. Lift up through the left side body. Left elbow outside right knee. Stack the palms. Tuck your back toes. Lift that back knee up off the ground. High lunge twist. Good. Inhale. Unwind to high crescent. Arms coming up. Look up through the thumbs. Hands to heart center. Warrior three. Shifting forward. Coming out of that back leg. Squaring off the pelvis. Reach through your back heel. Low ribs in. One more big breath. Good, big toes touch for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward. Uttanasana. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Inhale, stand. Press into palms. Lift up and back. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, coming halfway up. Move through your vinyasa. Step or float back. Knees down or not. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Left leg floats. Step to warrior one. Inhale, coming up. And to warrior two, turn to the right, adjust the feet. Level the pelvis so this hip tends to want to come up. Gotta drop it down, level it out. Knee in line with the second toe. Shoulders are together on the spine. Upper traps are relaxed. Flip your front palm. Reverse, breathing in. Not up here. Yes, here. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Popping the back heel. Back knee comes down. Untuck toes, left hand to left thigh. Reach up. Twist. Tuck your back toes. Lift the back knee up off the ground. Lay back into your shoulders. One more breath. Inhale, unwind. Arms come up. And warrior 3, hands back to heart. Shifting out of that back foot. Can also bring hands down to the ground or to the blocks to ground your warrior. Tailbone down towards the heels. One more breath. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. And hands to heart center, close your eyes. Slow your breath. Good, open your eyes. Back to the front. Last little bit, got some balance. Shifting into right foot. Left knee lifts up. Let's go back to that warrior 3 we just left. Press palms together. Elbows reach out to the side. Keep the spine extending. And carefully stepping back to pyramid pose. So it's about 3 feet. Yeah, toes are turned out like warrior 1. Hands to the hips. Square off. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Get this leg strong. And then as you come forward, make sure you're balancing the weight between the feet. And then you can come down, hands to the ground or to blocks. So what happens a lot is people run away from this hip because that's where the stretch is. So keep pulling your right hip back. If there's a knee to bend, it's the right one. This one will stay straight. But use blocks if you can to keep your right leg straight. Then moving into a revolved triangle, you guys stay where you are. I'm just going to flip sides so you can see me a little bit better. So you're going to come halfway up. Take your left hand inside your right foot. I'm going to start there. You can also put a block under that hand if you have tighter hamstrings. Right hand to your hip. Lengthen your spine halfway up and then rotate for a revolved triangle. Keep taking your left ribs forward, wrapping your right ribs back, pulling the right hip crease. Breathe. Good. On your exhale, bring the right hand down. Fold over your right leg. Bend your right knee. Shoot your left leg up for a standing split. Forehead towards the shin. Right ribs across the right thigh. One more big breath. Big toes touch. Forward fold. Inhale, rise, coming all the way up. And hands to heart. Let's do the other side. Shifting into left foot. Right knee lifts up. Press your palms together. Reach the elbows out. Extra balance to do it on jiu-jitsu mats. Oh, yeah. One more full breath. To pyramid, about 3 feet back. Got it? Hands to the hips so you can really square off the pelvis. Keep the back leg straight. Pulling that left hip back as you come in. All right? And then hands down to the ground or to the blocks. Bowing in. Inhale, come halfway up. Right hand goes just inside your left big toe. Left hand to hip, lengthen your spine. Exhale, rotate. Left arm up to the sky. Good, and on an exhale, bring that left hand down. Bending the front knee, walk the hands forward. Shoot your right leg up. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just take your forehead down towards your shin and lift your foot up and breathe. Big toes touch. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, move through one more vinyasa. Step or float back. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Move into the space you created. Balance the effort and surrender. Soften the shoulders. And come to child's pose. Arms along the side of the body. Coming up to your heels and then lifting up to a tall kneel. So tuck the back toes, camel pose. I like to tuck the toes. It gives me a couple extra inches depending on how my back is feeling that day. So again, something that happens a lot when we think about back bending is the bottom goes out. There's already a bend in your back right here. So we don't need to make it bigger. We actually want to try and lengthen that bend and put the bend up here. So take hands to the pelvis. First, extend your pelvis so the front part of your hips is flat. And keep pressing it so that your chest lifts up. Now your pelvis is going the same direction as your spine. That's good. Maybe hands reach back. Keep pressing the hips forward. Breathe into your rib cage. Take the shoulder blades down the back. One more big breath. Coming up, chin to chest. Sit down on tucked toes. Take a breath. We'll go for one more. If you feel like you're getting caught up on your upper traps, bring your chin down a little bit and tuck it. And then pull your shoulder blades out of your way. Yeah? One of us. So toes tucked, or if you got to them pretty easily, feel free to untuck them. Pressing hips forward. Lift the chest up. The shoulder blades out of the way. Reach for the toes. Chin to chest, lifting up. Untuck your toes. Sitting down on your heels. Good. Take a child's pose, and then if this is the end of your practice, please take a shavasana for about 5 minutes. Thanks for joining me.